I'm being very literal about the meaning hot because it is so fucking hot. My ass is sweating. Every pore of my body right now is seeping sweat. I want to learn how to get this look. This very glam cut crease. I really just wanted to teach you how to get like these types of cut creases. I've been practicing a lot and I know I'm still not the best at it, but practicing helps so much. And if you get anything from this video, get a magnifying mirror. This shit, it makes you get the like most detailed little things. It's the best. And I also want to tell you, edit your pictures. I know that editing is a huge stigma across social media as a whole, but editing your pictures will help you get better at makeup. If you edit your pictures, you'll learn what you don't like about your makeup and you'll fix it for next time. So that's how we've gotten here. So if you guys want to watch the rest of this video, you know what to do. I'm gonna go now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Firstly, I'm taking the Kevyn Sensual Skin Enhancer, and with a flat concealer brush, I'm applying my base, then I'm blending it out with a beauty blender. This base will help our shadows pop, but it's not a primer, so if you want them to last all day, grab a real eye base for this look. Using the brightest yellow I own on the smallest fluffy brush I have, and using this for my transition area to help the shadows later blend easier. Some people like to do the yellow last. My guess is to make it more vibrant, but this is the easiest way for me to blend shadows. I grab as much shadow as I can to set that base to build up the color. Build this up to your liking and take it as close to the brow as you can without touching it. You can round it out at the end or wing it out if you want your eyes lifted the way I did here. Now picking up the most fiery true red I have on an M433, which has a flat belly but tapers at the end, which for me is great for the outer corner with packing and then blending, but it's too big for my inner corner. And I always keep a roll of TP or paper towel around me so I can wipe off my brushes if I grabbed too much shadow. And then I go back in with the smaller blending brush to help buff the inner corner. The small brush helps me to not get fallout near my nose too, which for me is very difficult to clean up. Then I continued using this brush to build up the red so I could build it upwards slowly and very carefully. Taking this deeper raspberry color on this eyelid packing brush to start packing the shade onto my outer corner and crease. Pack it into a dome shape, then start blending out with smaller brushes. These looks take time, so be patient, but it will come together if you keep blending, and it really helps if you have a magnifying mirror, I promise you. It's so crucial to go back and forth with these blending brushes to get the best fade you possibly can. Now we're starting to carve out the lid, and we're using the same concealer as our base because it has such an opaque pigment. It would help if I removed the shadow under this first so it wasn't as thick, but I learned that this time and I'll do it for next time, and that's what practice is for. I made sure to carve into my inner corner and cover as much as my eyelid as possible. And in this clip I'm actually looking to the magnified side of my mirror, so it helps me get that super crisp, clean line. And just tapering this out like the shadows, but at about 3/4 of the lid, making sure the brush is on the drier side to blend it out into the edge. To be a little extra and make the lid pop, I picked up this smudger brush and a white corrector to pack onto my lid and make brighter. Then I took this straight white loose powder to set the bright base and almost used this as my real life tone. like the way you do in Facetune. And with this peachy orange shade, I'm melting the two colors together to create this beautiful gradient blended look. I added these light shimmer shades to the center of the lid to catch the light and add dimension, then took this beautiful liquid shadow by Fenty Beauty and Island Bling and used the gold glitter on my inner corners for some sparkle. Smudging that same fiery red I used earlier right underneath my lash line, and as with everything else, I'm tapering it into the inner corner. Using a different brush, this time a buffer brush, to blend out the red with the first yellow shade we used at the beginning of the tutorial. Now, you don't need a million brushes. I didn't have a wide variety before, but I will say it helps so much in the long run. And learn from me, but only if you'd like. Get different sizes and shaped brushes you think you'll use because it truly helps with the detail of the shadows. Then bringing it full circle with dimension and smudging the raspberry color right along the lash line. Now that's the eyes done, but this look is not complete. I'm picking up the MAC Studio Fix powder in NC20 and setting my under eyes in the center of my face to add a little more coverage and dust away any fallout. Then taking the same product in NC30 and using this to set the perimeter of my face, although daily I just swirl them together and set my entire face, but this adds a bit more dimension. Now I didn't get a clip of it, but I'll link it down below so that you can see the shade I'm using, and I'm using the mineralized skin finish from MAC in dark to bronze up my face and slim it down some, blending it into my cheekbones, temples, and jawline, as well as slightly down the neck. And this beautiful apricot sheen blush is GALifornia by Benefit, and it's my go-to, especially for summer, but usually always. And add this to the outer part of your cheek so it blends into the bronzer seamlessly and lifts the face upwards. To get this almost angelic glow with my highlighter, I like to take my beauty blender and a tiny amount of translucent powder and gently dab it over to create this glistening effect. I added both cream and liquid liner to brighten the waterline, but be careful getting it in your eye because it really, really stings. And now for the lips and the final touches. Thanks everyone for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Leave me your comments and I will see you very soon.